The European Parliament has adopted a resolution on expanding the EU's cooperation with Kazakhstan and Central Asian countries. According to the deputies, the decision is driven by the evolving geopolitical situation in this region. These and other interesting news topics from Central Asia are in the review of my colleague Ozhet Shagirbayev. Good evening, Ozhet. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Dorian. I am ready to share my top 3 news topics from Central Asia this week, just in a moment. Kazakh Minister of Trade and Integration, Mr. Mansha Kaliyev, and Uzbek Minister of Investment, Industry and Trade, Mr. Laziz Kudratov, signed a protocol on expanding mutual cooperation at January 5th during the meeting in Tashkent. The ministers discussed the stages of implementation of agreements within the roadmap signed during the President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev's visit to Uzbekistan in December 2022, including the one on increased trade turnover between the two countries to $10 billion of USD. The negotiations focused on issues of transit and transport policy, modernization of border checkpoint infrastructure, cross-border and regional cooperation, and the preparation for the 4th Forum of Inter-Regional Cooperation between Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. The International Center for Industrial Cooperation, Central Asia Industrial Zone, established on the Kazakh-Uzbek state border last month, is expected to increase the export of Kazakhstani products to Uzbek market. Meanwhile, in 11 months of 2023, trade turnover between Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan totaled to $4.1 billion of USD. Ministries of Foreign Affairs of Central Asian states, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan and Turkmenistan, released statements reaffirming their support of Beijing's One China policy. It's done on the issue of Taiwanian views of the island as an inalienable part of China's territory. The European Parliament has adopted a resolution on Central Asian countries. Central Asia is a strategically important region for the European Union. The purpose of this report is to examine the opportunities and challenges for closer cooperation between the EU and Central Asia in the context of global and regional geopolitical shifts. Taking into account the proposals for the region, and that since the adoption of the EU strategy for Central Asia in 2019, the region has been impacted by significant external factors. The European Parliament urges the EU to intensify its engagement with Central Asia, taking into account the geostrategic importance of the region, and to promote strategic partnership with those countries by expanding cooperation at the political and economical level. The European Parliament emphasized the importance of trans-Caspian and transatlantic cooperation in Central Asia and invites the EU to take the initiative to develop a joint strategy for the region with the United States, which should include cooperation in the areas of promoting democracy, investment and trade, economics and regional security. That's all from my part, Dorian, giving floor back to you.
Thank you very much. That was political observer Ozhet Shagirbayev with his weekly review on Central Asia.